Hello, my name is Shay Stewart, and I'm your Director of Communications here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta. I am thrilled to bring you a short how-to video today on some of the essential functions of our new organizational platform called Realm. Now you might be wondering, why do I need a Realm account? Well, not only can you perform all of the amazing individual tasks that I'm about to show you, it also provides a strong operational system for our growing congregation. Our finance and operations team can easily run reports and queries through Realm. Our religious education team can take attendance, advertise classes, and talk to families. Our welcome and ushering team, our audiovisual team, and all of our many volunteer teams can recruit new volunteers through Realm, and you can find new volunteer opportunities to enrich your congregational life. This operational software is here to stay, and it is sure to serve us well as we continue to grow and change as a community. So let's get started. You should have received an email containing a link to create your account or reset your password to log into Realm. If you didn't receive that email, please check your spam folder to ensure that it was sorted correctly, and then go ahead and reach out to me at shay.stewart@uuca.org, and I'll make sure you get set up with a fresh link. A quick note about creating your password: you will see a text box pop up when you go to create your password to start your Realm account. That text box will have a list of requirements for creating your password. You will not be able to repeat any characters, so your password could not be AAA, and you cannot include any sequences, so your password could not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your password also cannot contain any part of your email address. So make sure that your password fits all of these requirements before attempting to register it within the system. When you log into Realm, this is the very first screen you see. This is your news feed. What's on your news feed, you might wonder? Posts on your news feed will be any official posts from the church staff or posts from congregant groups of which you are a part. We'll get to congregant groups in a moment, but let's take a quick scroll through your newsfeed just to see what's here. So when you log onto Realm, you can scroll down and see what's new, what's happened since the last time that you logged onto Realm. You see here a Realm Zoom training, so we see an event here. You'll see events pop up from time to time, particularly as we're able to go back to in-person services. You also see any other posts from church staff or group leaders. So for instance, Bryce posted an announcement about privacy settings. We recently changed everyone's privacy settings. We'll go over that in a moment so that everyone has access to one another's address and phone number. So here's a post about that. You will see an ellipses at the end of this post, which indicates that the post continues. You can simply click on the title of it to receive the full post and review the information that's there. When you've finished reading, you can click on this back button right up here at the top to return to your newsfeed, so you can see any official posts right here for your review. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you get into your Realm account for the first time is to review your profile, your privacy settings, and your notification settings. So this is the first session that we'll go over. Up here in the right-hand corner of the screen, you'll find your name. If you click on your name, you can click on My Profile. The first thing you'll want to review is that your contact information is correct. So take a moment and make sure that we have the correct information on file. If anything is not correct, you can simply click this pencil and the Edit Profile button to change any of the details that are currently listed on your profile. You're also able to change your profile picture. So if you don't have a picture or you have an outdated picture, you should see a pencil icon, which you can click on to change this picture to one that's more recent or a picture at all. I should note that all of this demonstration is done on the desktop version of Realm. So the Realm site that you can access by going to uuca.org/Realm. That's the easiest way to access it. It's also linked on our webpage, uuca.org. If you're using a tablet or a smartphone exclusively, you will definitely want to download the Realm app, as that is much more likely to suit your needs. That app is called Realm Connect. It's available for both Apple and Android devices, and you can find it in your application store. But back to profiles. Once you've reviewed your profile information and made sure it's correct, If you want to change your privacy settings, you'll want to go to your Manage Privacy button. Now, before we go here, let's make a note. Everyone's privacy is set to everyone in the church being able to see their phone number, physical address, and email address. The UCA Realm platform is a closed network, which means this information is not available to the wider internet, but it is available to anyone who is a member of the UCA system. So, if you are not comfortable with that, if you don't want people to have access to your phone number or your email or your physical address for any number of reasons, you can click on Manage Privacy and decide what privacy settings are right for you. The reason why it's automatically set to your phone number, address, and physical address being available to your fellow church members is so that lay ministers, other pastoral care leaders, and your fellow congregants can get in contact with you, can send you cards around the holiday season, can give you a phone call, whatever might be necessary in our community activities. But again, if you would like to change that privacy setting, you are more than welcome. You will see on this page that you can modify that privacy setting to whatever you are comfortable with. Again, if you would like everyone in the church to have access to your information, you don't need to worry about privacy settings at all. That's the automatic setting. However, if you do want to lock it down further, you'll want to make sure that you go to Manage Account Privacy. Now, the last thing that you want to look at right when you log into Realm is your notification settings. So again, we're going to go right up here to the right-hand corner to your name. Click on that and go to Notification Settings. Very intuitive. On notification settings, you're able to set up how you are notified of any posts that appear in Realm. So you may not want to check Realm every single day the same way you check your email. You may want information from Realm to go to your email so that you're informed of the newest happenings. The easiest way to do this all at once is to turn on your Daily Digest email. You'll see here, it's grayed out, so it's turned off. When I click that button and make it light blue, it's turned on. Your Daily Digest email will compile any new activity that happens in Realm throughout the day and send it to you via email. If there is no new activity, you will not receive an email. If there's an event posted for registration, if someone sends you a message, that will send to your email so you get it in your Daily Digest. The easiest way to make sure you receive all the notifications that might be relevant to you is to turn on that Daily Digest email. However, if you'd like to get more personalized and change your settings depending on the group that you're a part of, you can scroll down here into this larger list of what notifications you receive and specifically check boxes for features that you'd like to turn on. So the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta, this is our broader church news. If I don't want to turn on a Daily Digest email, but I do want any newsfeed activity, so any posts that come from the church to come to my email, I simply click this box to turn a check mark on, and that means that I will receive that information to my email. Again, if you turn on your Daily Digest email, you really don't need to further personalize. This is really if you'd like to go group by group to decide what notifications you're going to receive. So that is your profile, your notification settings, and your privacy settings, the three things you want to look at first when you log into Realm. Now, let's go back to our newsfeed. You can do that by clicking on Communications and clicking News. So again, this is our homepage. We can also get back here at any time by clicking our lovely little Phoenix logo up here in the left-hand corner. It'll bring us right back to home base. Now, down here on the left side pane, we can start going through all the different tools that are available to us in Realm. First is your inbox. Your inbox is where you will receive messages from your group leaders. As you can see, right now, my inbox is empty, but I am a member of several groups at UCA, so if one of my group leaders needed to send out an announcement, this might come to my inbox. So this could be any type of announcement about people being aware of a picnic that's happening or a new rehearsal schedule. Any of that information can come right to your inbox. Messages can only go from leaders to members to communicate announcements. The type of communication that wouldn't require a back and forth conversation, just cut and dry, rehearsal is on Saturday, see you there. That's the type of information that you'll receive within your inbox. Next, we have the opportunity to have conversations on Realm using a feature called Chat, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's an instant messaging service. So as you can see here, I've received a message regarding creating a new group on Realm for the small group ministry steering team. So I've received this message. Obviously, I need to respond to let them know that I will create that for them. But this is the type of message that would require back and forth communication, instant communication, to make sure that we can respond to one another quickly and sort of hash out what our answer to this problem is. This might also apply to our religious education groups who are figuring out who's facilitating what class when, or other groups that would require back and forth communication about operations of their group. That will happen in your chat tab. Your next tab over here on the left-hand side is History. This one likely isn't of as much use to us, but it does give you a history log of all of the conversations that you've had. So if you're thinking, oh, I can't find this chat that happened quite some time ago, you can go to your history log and scroll down to find the conversation that you're looking for. In most cases, however, your inbox and chat will work fine, and you won't necessarily have a huge use for your History tab. Next, we have events. Currently, we do not have many events as of yet. We do have some coming up that will be announced in your weekly update. They're not yet public. You'll see them shortly. But all of your potential events show up here. You're able to RSVP for things, and you'll be able to keep everything in your calendar in one nice, concise list. So for instance, if you're a member of a family and you have a child that's in the religious education program, their class will show up here in sequential order as it occurs. If you are also in an adult religious education program, your class would show up here, as well as any other groups that members of your family might be a part of, any other special events or in-person services. They'll all show up here in sequential order in My Events. My Events are anything that you've either RSVP'd for or are an administrator of. So in this case, you're seeing a list of events here because I'm an administrator of all of these events. But if I were to RSVP for specific events, they would show up here in this list. If I want to see all the events that are happening at UUCA, I can click on the All Events tab to see the full range of everything that's available for me to be a part of. So My Events are things that you've RSVP'd to or events that you are running. All Events is everything happening at UUCA. Next, we're going to go back over to your left-hand pane and go down to Giving. You can manage all of your own giving on Realm, which is another reason why we love this system. Now on my page, you won't see a whole lot of information as I am functioning as a staff administrator, but over on the right side of the page, you'll see your giving number, and any recurring gifts will be listed here as well. Thanks to our amazing staff team of Travis, Gary, Elizabeth, Bryce, and others, we have had a very successful data transfer, but please ensure that any gifts that are listed here on your page are correct. Take a moment to review them and contact us if there's anything that's concerning to you. You can also see your giving on this page, your history of gifts. And if you want to see any recurring donations, let's say you are someone who pledges in the stewardship drive, so you give $100 every month, you can click on the Scheduled tab right here to see any scheduled gifts and when they'll be taken out of your account. If you want to make a new gift or a new pledge, again, it is very intuitive. You can simply click on either the Give or Pledge buttons here. Once you click, you'll be able to put in the amount that you'd like to give and the fund that you'd like to contribute to. So you'll see that the fund that's automatically selected is the 2022 annual pledge, so the pledge that you might be putting in every month. But you can also select to make a payment on your 2021 pledge, a general donation to the church, such as that would be our offering on Sundays. Whatever one applies to your donation. You can write a memo if you'd like or leave it blank. You can select if you'd like to give once today or give multiple times and set up a scheduled gift. So maybe every month I want to give $5 to our general offering fund, and I could select every month and the date that I'd like my donation to begin. Click Continue, and you will be prompted to put in your credit card information or checking account information. It is not safe to migrate any checking account or credit card data from our prior operational system, ACS, which is actually made by the same company as Realm. So you will find that you do have to enter your payment information again one time. Once you enter your payment information, you'll be able to select it. As you see here, I have a Bank of America card on file, so I can select my Bank of America card because I've already put it into the system. You will have to put your payment method in for the first time, and then it will be available for you to select easily so you don't have to re-enter it every time you're attempting to give a gift. We're going to go back over to your left-hand pane and move on to our next section now. That section is groups. As you can see here, I have a whole variety of groups that I'm already a part of. Everyone has the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta, as that is the broader church group, but you may also have specific groups that you're already a part of. Our group leaders are currently working to get all of their regular attendees into their group, so you may see yourself added to more groups as time goes on. You can click on any group that you're already a part of, such as for me, the COVID Task Force. And the first thing that I'll see is any information specific to the COVID Task Force newsfeed. So if someone who is a leader of the COVID Task Force has an announcement or a file that they'd like to share, they can post it here in the newsfeed. If you're a member of the UCA choir, for instance, Don might post a PDF of sheet music that you need for your next concert. He might post that in your newsfeed. And again, any news that's posted in a group that you're a part of will also show up on your homepage on the very first newsfeed that we saw. It will show up there as well as in this individual newsfeed that's specialized for your specific group. If you do have a group that shares a lot of files, whether they be meeting minutes or sheet music or any sort of Word document or PDF, you can also click on the Files tab. Any file that has been uploaded to a post on the newsfeed will automatically also be under your Files tab, so it should be very easy to keep track of repetitive documents like meeting minutes, sheet music, other resources right here on the file information. If you're also looking to send many members of your group some information, maybe you're going to be late to a meeting, maybe you want to send people holiday cards, you can click on Participants and see all of the participants that are currently a member of the group. When you click on someone's name, such as my own, you'll go to their profile and see their contact information, which you can use for any of the things that I previously mentioned. And again, you can click the back button at the top of your screen to return to that group. So as you can see, there are many group functions to keep you organized and keep you aware of what's going on in groups that you're a part of, but you might also find that you want to join a group that you're not already a part of. If you know the name of the group that you'd like to join, you can go up to the search bar next to your name and begin typing it in. Let's say that I want to be a part of the parent support group. It pops up right here and I can click on it. Now you'll see a little button like this that says Join Parent Support Group. When I click that, it will give the leaders of that group, in this case Cheryl and Kate, a message that I've requested to join the group and they can approve me and then I can be a part of that group. Let's say that you don't know that Parent Support Group even exists and you're looking for new groups in Realm that you might not be aware of. You can scroll down to the bottom of your group section and click on Find Groups. Here you see a couple different categories of the groups that we have available to you, categorized by their basic functions. So we have classes, community groups, leadership, networks, service, and support groups. You can click on these to browse all of the various groups that are available to you. Most of these are also listed on uuca.org under the Congregant Groups and Resources tab if you want a place to look at most of our group offerings at once. Again, the back button is at the top of the screen, and I can continue browsing through groups. I can request to join a group here the same way that I requested to join a group when I looked one up. If I click on membership and welcome, for instance, I'm already a member of this group, so I have access to this, but you would see a button here to request to join the same way you would in any other search function. Next, we're going to go back down to the next tab on your left side of the page. Here's your serving profile. So serving profiles might apply to our welcoming ministry, welcoming and ushers, might apply to the audio-visual team. Serving teams are anything where you have a specific role that can be scheduled. You might be scheduled to help with coffee once a month after service. That would happen on your serving tab. So there are a few things you can set already if you'd like. Obviously, our serving teams will grow more robust as we're able to go back to in-person events. But you can go ahead and set, if you'd like, days that you're available to serve. You can click on Edit right here, and you can decide what days that you're available. You can also list dates that you're unavailable. So if you're a regular member of the coffee team, but you're going to be going out of town for a month, you can list that here so that the leaders of that serving team are aware. You can click Save, and everyone can see your availability to serve. If you're interested in new volunteer opportunities, you're definitely going to want to do this next part. You're going to want to click on Select Skills and Interests, and click on some skills and interests that apply to you. So perhaps you are a performer, perhaps you like to organize, perhaps you are a landscaper. You can select a couple different skills that you're passionate about. Click your next button, and also select any teams that you might be interested in being a part of. So maybe you want to serve on a leadership team, maybe you want to do music and performing arts. Anything that you're interested in, select, and then you'll click Done when you finish selecting all of your skills and interests. Skills and interests are a very useful new tool on Realm because group leaders and staff members can search for specific skills and interests in our system, which means if we have exciting volunteer opportunities or performance opportunities or anything else that may arise, we're able to find the people who have expressed interest in those types of opportunities and reach out directly to you. As we continue to add serving teams throughout time, you can also browse existing opportunities to see if anything's of interest to you. Here you can see all the roles that are currently listed. As you can see at the moment, we don't have a whole variety, but we do have a good number. And let's say I'm interested in running slides for Sunday service. If I click on Lights and Slides Operator, I can see the people who are currently leading this team, and I can write a message about why I'm interested in running slides. Maybe I've run audiovisual equipment at the local civic theater, so I can give them some information about my experience and submit my interest, and they will be notified. You'll also want to make sure that when you are browsing that you put your mouse over View Requirements, and you'll see a little list pop up here to the side. In this case, they must be at least 18 years old, and they must know how to fiddle, which you could, of course, inquire with Michael Dangerfield or George Macon exactly what that refers to. Down here we see on the Lights and Slides Operator, they must be at least 15 years old, but they must serve with an adult. So you get a better sense of some of the fundamental requirements of the roles that we have listed. Our last tab that's available to congregants at the moment is the directory. The directory functions as you would imagine. It gives you a list of everyone who's currently listed on Realm as a part of UUCA. Now, if you log into Realm and you need someone's phone number, you don't even necessarily need to go to the directory if you know who you're searching for. You can again go up to the search bar that's next to your name in the upper right-hand corner of the screen and begin typing your name, the person that you're searching for. If you don't know how to spell their name, but you have a sense of some letters, for instance, maybe Dave Soquist, who serves on our board, you can start typing the letters that you know are in their name. And you will see that they pop up, just as they would if you typed it all out perfectly. If you click on their name in the search bar, you will then be redirected to their full profile of contact information for your use. Now, if you do want to go back to the directory, here you see a list of people, and you see their phone numbers and their emails. If you click on someone's name, then again, you're able to see their full profile to get the contact information that you might need. Thank you so much for joining me for this short how-to video today. If you have any technical difficulties or have other questions, please drop me a line at shay.stewart@uuca.org, and I will be glad to get back to you. Thank you so much, and thanks for being a part of this community.